Tonight's bedtime story is Voice in the Dark. Every night before bed, Emma used to scroll endlessly, the world shrinking to the size of a screen beneath her fingertips. News, clips, reels of strangers' lives, all blurring into one long stream of noise and images, until her heavy eyes fluttered close. One Tuesday evening, when the silence in her flat felt heavier than usual, she downloaded an app called Still Space. It wasn't for dating. It wasn't even for chatting, really. The description just said, "Leave a voice note, someone out there might listen." Emma wasn't expecting anyone to reply. But that night, she recorded her first message. "Hi, I'm new here, just trying to. Actually, I have no clue why I'm doing this. Maybe to see if this is real or if I'm going to get a bot reply. It's raining outside, the kind of rain that sounds like someone whispering, 'Slow down.' I think that's what I need, to slow down." She closed the app and continued scrolling until she drifted off to sleep. A few nights later, she remembered the app and opened it. There was a small orange dot next to her message, a reply. "Hi, I'm listening to the rain at the moment. I hear it whisper too. We all need to slow down. I'm trying to as well. I'm North. That's what I call myself on here, not a bot. Not sure how to prove that, but anyway, nice to meet you." His deep voice rolled through her, like low thunder softened by distance, steady, unhurried, wrapping each word in warmth that seemed to settle the air itself. Emma smiled. Someone else who listens to the rain. She tapped on the message icon. For a few nights, they traded voice notes. No photos, no names, just their thoughts and memories, late at night, soft and unguarded. North talked about soggy camping trips as a child. Emma talked about her little balcony plants that never seemed to grow. She began to create his image in her mind. Maybe he was also laying in bed, the soft glow from his phone casting a slow glow on his face. It wasn't attraction she felt, it was recognition. That feeling of being seen without having to be watched. Days passed into weeks. Their exchange became a quiet ritual. Although all they could do was leave a voice note, they were both online at the same time, so it began to feel like a conversation. Emma stopped scrolling before bed. Instead, she brewed her tea, dimmed her bedside lamp, and pressed open the app. "Do you ever feel like your thoughts are too loud until you speak them?" "All the time," he replied, "but somehow when you talk, mine go quiet for a bit." One night she mentioned how she missed the sea. He had replied, "You can hear it through my window right now. I'll leave it recording for a minute." So she listened, eyes closed, phone against her pillow, and imagined the water, black and glistening, folding itself again and again onto the sand. It was strangely intimate, more than any date she'd ever been on. One Friday, she came home exhausted. Work had been endless meetings, deadlines, messages. Her phone buzzed with notifications she didn't want. She opened Still Space and recorded. "I think I'm just tired of being reachable. It feels like everyone wants a piece of you all the time." His reply came hours later. "That's why I joined this thing too. I've spent years fixing other people's problems but have no one to tell mine to. Sometimes I'd forget I had any. Here, it's like, we can both breathe." Then, silence. For 3 days, nothing. Emma told herself it didn't matter, that it wasn't real, but she kept opening the app anyway, like checking the postbox when you know there's nothing inside. On the 4th day, his message appeared. "Sorry for the lack of replies. My dad's in hospital, nothing serious. Just made me think about what really matters. Your messages help, you should know that." She whispered her reply, voice trembling slightly. "Then I'll keep sending them." And she did, every night. Over time, their messages grew longer, more honest, the kind of honesty that only comes when you're speaking into darkness, unsure if anyone's really listening, but hoping they are. Every Monday morning, she recorded one night. "I want to leave my job, endless spreadsheets, endless meetings that go nowhere. I swear, if I vanish one day, they'd just replace me with a slightly better version of Excel." "I know that feeling," he replied. "Though in my case it's engines instead of spreadsheets." "You fix cars?" "Yeah, mechanic, grease, noise, and a bit of magic when an engine finally runs smooth again. That actually sounds satisfying, like you can see what you've done at the end of the day. That's the best part. You finish, and there it is, proof you made something work again. But it eats time. You start before the sun and end when everyone else is halfway through their evening. Sounds lonely. Sometimes, but not in a bad way. You? Office loneliness is different. It's loud, phones ringing, people laughing, fake chatter, but somehow in a room full of people, you feel empty. She sighed. I never really figured out what I wanted. I just kept saying yes to the next thing. Now I'm here, almost 30. And my life's made up of other people's plans. His reply came the next morning. Do you ever wonder why we tell strangers things we'd never tell friends? Because strangers don't hold it against us later. True, maybe it's freedom, you can be anyone. Or maybe we're more ourselves when no one's looking. A soft laugh in his recording. You're good with words. Occupational hazard of typing emails all day. I've learned to make sentences sound alive even when I'm half asleep. You sound like someone who should be writing something else. Like what? Stories, letters, something that doesn't start with "as per my last email." That line has killed more souls than war. Maybe that's your escape. Write something that's yours. And you? What's yours? I fix things because I can't stand leaving them broken. That includes myself, I think. You talk like you've been broken. Haven't we all? She smiled at that. True, there's something nice about talking to someone who's awake in the same silence. Feels like sitting in the same room, even though we're not. Weeks passed this way, a rhythm of voices in the dark, small confessions that added up to something neither of them could name. Until one evening, the app banner showed a new notification. Still, space will close permanently on June 30th. Emma stared at it for a long time. Her chest felt tight. She recorded, I guess our connection is disappearing soon. Maybe it's meant to. I wanted to say thank you for being here. Even without being here. She hesitated, then added, I don't want this to just... He replied the next morning, and she could hear something different in his voice, a tremor of uncertainty she'd never heard before. Maybe we were never supposed to last forever. But maybe some things are meant to step out of the dark. She could hear him breathing. There's a cafe, his voice was careful now, measured, called the Orange Lighthouse, down by the coast. I pass it every day on my way home. It's quiet, overlooks the water. If you wanted to, I mean, no pressure. But, her heart hammered against her ribs, I'd like to meet you. Actually, meet you, face to face. Before this all, he stopped himself. Look for the lighthouse. I'll leave a review. You'll know it's me. You'll find it. Emma's hands trembled, the phone nearly slipping from her grasp. She set it down on speaker and stared at it like it might vanish, like he might vanish. Her throat tightened. This is real, she whispered to the empty room. Then louder, into the recording. I will. Her voice cracked. I promise to search. For a moment, she couldn't move. Then her fingers were flying across her laptop keyboard. The Orange Lighthouse Cafe coast. There, a modest building with peeling orange paint and wide windows facing grey-blue water. She clicked through to the reviews page. Nothing stood out. 4 stars. Generic praise about the scones. Complaints about parking. She refreshed the page. Still nothing. Her chest tightened. Maybe he'd changed his mind. Maybe. She refreshed again, and there it was. The review had appeared like a message in invisible ink finally exposed to flame. Posted 3 minutes ago. Warm, inviting cafe. Best day to visit is Monday afternoon around 5 p.m. Emma's breath caught. Monday. That was 2 days away. Her eyes dropped to the name of the reviewer. North 32. Her vision blurred. She touched the screen as if she could reach through it and find him on the other side. The username he'd used in that first chat, months ago, when they were still strangers trading theories about old songs and favorite books. Emma saved the cafe's address, her hands still shaking, and for the first time in weeks, she smiled. She quickly opened the app and left her voice note, hoping for a sunny Monday. Monday came. Emma changed her outfit 3 times, left early. It was a 2-hour drive, but she didn't care. Sat in her car outside the cafe for 10 minutes, hands gripping the steering wheel. Inside, The lighthouse was exactly as she'd imagined. Wooden tables, soft amber lighting, windows that framed the grey-blue sea. She found a table by the window. Ordered tea she didn't drink. Watched the door. 5 o'clock came and went. 5:15. 5:30. She opened still space. Maybe he'd sent a message, maybe he was running late. But the app was barely functional now. Glitching, countdown ticking. 2 days until shutdown. She tried to send a voice note. "Hey, I'm here, are you okay?" The message wouldn't send, just a spinning circle. Then, connection error. She tried again. Nothing. By 7 o'clock, the light outside had shifted to that soft purple gold of late evening. The cafe was emptying. Emma stared at her cold tea, something heavy settling in her chest. Maybe he'd changed his mind. Maybe he'd been there, seen her, and left. Maybe this was always how it would end. Two voices that never quite became real. She left money on the table and walked outside. The sea air was cool, and the sound of waves folding onto the shore was just like his recording. Steady, endless, patient. She stood there for a moment, letting the wind tangle her hair, and thought, maybe connection didn't have to mean forever. Sometimes it just meant enough. She arrived home late, but was restless. She sat on the edge of her bed, phone cradled in both hands like something fragile. The screen's glow painted her face blue in the darkness. Her thumb hovered over the still space icon, that simple crescent moon she'd tapped 100 times before, and for a long moment, she didn't move. Just open it, just look. The app loaded slowly, or maybe time had simply thickened around her. The countdown materialized at the top of the screen, numbers stark and unforgiving. 36 hours, a day and a half until it all vanished. She scrolled down, chest tight with something she refused to name as hope. No new messages. The empty space below their last exchange seemed to mock her. Her throat ached. She opened the app once more. The red dot appeared. Emma opened her mouth, closed it. What was there left to say? Where were you? Did I misunderstand? Was any of it real? North. Her voice came out smaller than she intended, barely more than a whisper in the quiet room. She cleared her throat, tried again. I was there. The words hung in the air. She pictured him hearing them, wherever he was, whatever had kept him away, and something cracked open in her chest. I hope you're okay. She meant it, even through the disappointment that sat heavy in her stomach, even through the embarrassment of waiting for 40 minutes at that corner table by the window, watching every man who walked past. I hope you're okay. Her eyes burned. She blinked hard, focusing on the timer counting up. 12 seconds, 13, 14. Thank you for the rain, she continued, voice steadier now, and the waves, and for listening. She paused, remembering late nights trading voice notes about nothing and everything. His laugh, the way he'd described the sound of wind through pine trees like it was the most important thing in the world. I'll still think of you when it's quiet. The silence after she stopped speaking felt enormous. Her thumb moved to the send button. She hesitated. What if it didn't go through? What if the app was already dying? Messages disappearing into the void. What if he never? She pressed send. The message uploaded, the progress bar filling with agonizing slowness. Then it was gone, absorbed into whatever digital space held all their other words. Emma stared at the screen until it blurred. Then she closed the app with careful deliberacy, each tap feeling like a small goodbye. She set the phone face down on her nightstand, the gesture more final than she wanted to acknowledge. The room was dark except for the thin line of streetlight bleeding through her curtains. She lay back against her pillow, still fully clothed, and pulled the blanket up to her chin. In the silence, she could hear everything. The hum of the refrigerator in the kitchen, a car passing on the street below, the old building settling around her, her own breathing, steady and alone. She closed her eyes. She tried not to imagine him listening to her message, or worse, not listening at all. Tried not to wonder what she'd done wrong, but sleep wouldn't come. So she lay there in the dark, counting her breaths like seconds, and waited for nothing at all. June 30th came. Emma opened the app to a countdown at the top of the screen. 5 minutes until shutdown. No message. She sat cross-legged on her bed, phone resting in her lap, and watched the timer tick down. She didn't record anything else. What was left to say? 4 minutes, then 3, Her chest felt hollow. She told herself this was closure, that it was okay, that some things weren't meant to. At 1 minute, her phone buzzed. The vibration shot through her like electricity. A notification banner appeared at the top of the screen. New message from North. Her heart stopped. Her hands shook so violently she nearly dropped the phone. She tapped the notification. Breath caught somewhere between her lungs and her throat. The app opened. The message was loading. A progress circle spinning. And then the audio file appeared. She pressed play with trembling fingers. His voice, fractured and desperate. "Emma, I..." A pause, like he was gathering courage from somewhere deep. "I panicked. I wanted to meet you. I did. But if I showed up, it would make it all real and I..." His voice cracked. "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But I want to try again. Would you?" The message cut off, just stopped. Mid-sentence, mid-breath, Emma stared at the phone, waiting for more. No, no, no. She tried to replay it, but the app flickered, the screen glitched, colors bleeding into each other like watercolors in rain. When she frantically reopened still space, there was a message: service discontinued. No, Emma's voice was barely a whisper. She refreshed, restarted her phone, searched the app store. Gone. All of it, every message, every recording, every trace of him, vanished into digital smoke. She sat there, phone clutched in both hands, and felt something break and bloom simultaneously in her chest. Would she what? Meet him again? Forgive him? Try? The question hung in the air, unanswered. Hours later, Emma sat at her laptop, the glow illuminating her face in the dark room. The Orange Lighthouse Cafe's review page stared back at her. She thought about his half-finished question, about panic and courage and the terrifying weight of making something real, about second chances that might never come. Her fingers moved across the keyboard. Peaceful spot with a view of the water. Tuesdays at sunset are beautiful. Worth the wait. She signed it. Lighthouse Seeker. Her finger hovered over the submit button. This was foolish. He might never see it. He might not even be looking. The app was gone. The connection severed. But would you? Echoed in her mind. She clicked submit. The review posted. 1 star among hundreds. A message in a bottle tossed into an endless digital ocean. Emma closed the laptop and walked to her balcony. The city was quiet. In the distance, thunder rolled softly, like someone turning in their sleep. The first drops of rain began to fall, pattering against the railing, the street below, the leaves of the tree by her building. Emma left her phone inside. No notifications, no glowing screen, just her, the sound of rain, and something she couldn't quite name. Not quite hope, not quite peace, something in between. She thought of North, or whatever his real name was. Maybe he'd see the review, maybe he'd show up on Tuesday, maybe he wouldn't. Emma looked out at the rain-soaked city, at the distant glow of the lighthouse barely visible through the mist, and she realized it didn't matter. She'd go. Tuesday at sunset, she'd order coffee, sit by the window, and watch the water. If he came, she'd finally know his real name, see his face, hear his laugh without static between them. If he didn't, she'd finish her coffee, watch the sun sink into the ocean, and she'd leave differently than she arrived. Not disappointed, not diminished, but someone who'd been brave enough to show up, someone who'd left a door open, even knowing it might stay that way. Someone who'd learned that connection, real connection, required the terrifying vulnerability of being seen. The rain fell harder now, steady and sure. Emma pulled her cardigan tighter and stayed on the balcony, letting the sound wash over her. For the first time in months, she wasn't waiting for a notification, wasn't checking for messages, wasn't holding her breath for someone else to make her feel less alone. She was just there, present, alive, and somehow, that felt like enough. And so, the story comes to rest. Just like you. Sometimes connection isn't about holding on forever. Sometimes it's just about being heard, being seen, even for a little while. Let your breath slow, your body sink deeper, and know that you're safe. Tomorrow can wait.